Hipfig Travel Channel offers DIY travel video guides for more than 25 cities in Asia, US, and Canada. If you like this video, then subscribe, give us a thumbs up, or a comment. Aloha! Welcome to this episode of Hipfig's The Big Island Hawaii series. This travel guide covers Mauna Kea, the dormant volcano on the Big Island in the state of Hawaii, also known as the Island of Hawaii. In this Mauna Kea travel guide, we'll show you how to get to Mauna Kea on the Big Island, vehicle and safety information for the summit, things to do at Mauna Kea, and tips for visitors. Did you know that Mauna Kea is the tallest mountain in the Hawaiian chain and also in the world? The reason is that the dormant volcano on the island of Hawaii is mostly underwater. When Mauna Kea is measured from its base underneath the Pacific Ocean to its summit, it is 10,000 meters or 33,000 feet high, making it the tallest mountain in the world, higher than Mount Everest. From sea level, the elevation of Mauna Kea is 4,205 meters or 13,796 feet. Hawaii's Mauna Kea is located in the north of the island of Hawaii, also known as the Big Island, halfway between the leeward and windward sides. You can get to Mauna Kea by private car or by tour. Use your GPS from your location if you're driving a car. If you're coming from Hilo or the windward side like we did, take Highway 11 to Highway 2000, which eventually turns into Highway 200. We drove through the Hilo Forest Reserve and the Upper Waiakea Forest Reserve. At mile marker 8 on Highway 200, it becomes the new Daniel K. Inouye Highway. This road looks brand new and is a smooth ride. Along the way, we saw landscapes of regrowth on lava beds, cinder cones, and in chaparral-like landscapes. A little before mile marker 28, look for a road to the right. You will see Mauna Kea from a distance. We saw a sign that read Mauna Kea Access Road. Make a right here. We made a right and we saw a sign for the Visitor Information Station on a blue sign. We continued driving on the paved Mauna Kea Access Road. The Mauna Kea Visitor Information Station is about 6 miles up the road on the right-hand side. The drive from Hilo took us about an hour. If you're driving from Waimea or the Waikoloa resorts, the trip will take you a little over an hour, and from Kona it will take about an hour and a half. For your information, there are 3 sections to Mauna Kea: the Onizuka Center for International Astronomy, Mauna Kea Visitor Information Station, also known as the VIS, and the private observatories at the summit of the mountain. The drive up to Mauna Kea Visitor Information Station, or VIS, is up a 2-way winding road. You will drive up 9,200 feet. The Mauna Kea Visitor Information Station is currently undergoing construction nearby, so it will be closed until its completion. As of the end of June 2019, it was still closed. Please check on the Mauna Kea website for updates or call 808-934-4550. There is a temporary information booth which will be open from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily until the station is reopened. There are also portable potties available 24/7 near the information booth. The VIS was open when we visited. It's a small building with restrooms outside the building for access and a small parking area. There is limited parking, but people tend to come and go, so be patient and wait for a spot to open up. The VIS also had displays, handouts, a video program, and a bookstore that sold Hawaiian culture products, souvenirs, and food. Near the VIS is the Forest Reserve. The entry gate to the Forest Reserve is next to the picnic area. We walked in this area and we saw makeshift shrines and the Mauna Kea silver sword, which only grows in this area. This silver plant really looks out of this world. We planned to drive to the summit of Mauna Kea, so we had to adjust to the altitude. The VIS suggests at least 30 minutes. This is real, so please make sure you do this before going up to the summit. Things to consider before going up to the summit. You will need a 4x4 vehicle. Please do not attempt to drive up the summit if your car is not a true four-wheel drive vehicle with low-range gears. You will see a big sign that says 4x4 only. Once we spent enough time to acclimate, we took a right at the Mauna Kea access road from the VIS. At the 4x4 only sign, we engaged our four-wheel drive. The visiting hours to the summit area are a half hour before sunrise to a half hour after sunset. It's a popular spot to watch the sunrise and sunset. Mauna Kea is one of the only places in the world where you can drive from sea level to about 14,000 feet in under 2 hours. So altitude sickness is a reality. When you are at the summit just before 14,000 feet, there is 40% less oxygen at the summit level. Visitors who are pregnant, have heart or respiratory problems, or under the age of 13 should not go up to the summit. If you plan to scuba dive 24 hours after or before going up to the summit, then consider not going up. The paved road ends about 200 yards from the VIS, and the next 5 miles are up a steep, graded gravel single road. The rest 4 to 5 miles of the road to the summit is paved and steep, up to 20% grade. If you're renting a 4x4, ask the rental agent if Mauna Kea is allowed. Many rental companies don't, and you will be held financially responsible. If your vehicle becomes disabled, call the Mauna Kea Rangers immediately. As we drove up, we felt a bit like we're on Mars. The vast flattened volcanic landscape among the cinder cones is eerie and beautiful. To be honest, it was a bit nerve-wracking driving up. It was pretty steep and the road was winding and on gravel much of the way up. At the summit level, there's very little atmosphere to protect you from the sun's damaging ultraviolet rays, so wear sunscreen and sunglasses and warm clothing. Once we got to the summit, we saw a porta potty area at the entrance of the summit. Please note, the observatories are private research facilities and not open to the public. The Mauna Kea Summit is a very remote location. There are no public accommodations, food, or gasoline services. There is an emergency phone in the entrance of the University of Hawaii 88-inch telescope. Cellular phone service may not be available or spotty in areas. If you'd like to take a tour, check the Mauna Kea website for a list of commercial tour operators who have permits to take tours up to Mauna Kea. Once we got out of the car, we walked to the edge of the summit and we were wowed. We felt like we were on top of the world with the clouds below us. We could see Mauna Loa across the way and the cinder cones and the gentle slopes. It took our breath away, literally. We found it a little difficult to breathe after 15 minutes at the summit, so we decided to drive down. Make sure that when you're driving down, you are on low gear to avoid burning out your brakes. The drive down is spectacular. The views of the clouds below are even more beautiful as you slowly drive down the rocky road. If you choose, you can also hike up the summit from the VIS. The trail is 6 miles and will take at least 8 hours round trip if you are a seasoned alpine hiker. Please register at the VIS. Mauna Kea is an exciting adventure and out of this world, a definite must-do when on the Big Island in Hawaii. Happy travels! Go to hipfig.com for more information, or go to our Hipfig travel channel on YouTube and be sure to subscribe for regular updates.